Okay, guys, I'm just going to take attendance before we begin today. So if you could please raise your hand when you hear your name. So let's start. Dan. Oh, there you are. Matt Keach. Fete Arp. PAULO. Has anybody seen that Brazilian waste of space? Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to Season 7, Episode 10 at Brentford. We were following in Dean Smith's footsteps. I don't think we're following him anymore. We're running out of time here. And today we are playing Gent in the second leg of our Europa League first knockout round tie. And then we are going to be playing Barnsley in the FA Cup. So 2 big games there, knockout football. And hopefully we will progress in 2 competitions. But the news since last episode is that PAULO has requested to leave. He was AWOL from training. I've never had someone AWOL from training in this version of FM. Not for a long time, actually. But yeah, so he's requested a transfer request. Basically what happened is he's been dropped out of the Premier League squad because he wasn't really playing well for us, even though his actual ratings there say that he wasn't doing too bad. I just feel like he wasn't doing what he could have done. Maybe that's me, and I've been a little bit harsh on him, but he wasn't in the squad. He was annoyed at that. He went out night clubbing, didn't turn up at training the next day, and yeah, so that's annoying. My hope was to get him out on loan. We weren't able to do that either. So right now we have a £50 million, 80 grand a week, waste of time and money sitting around the club. So that's annoying, but we'll revisit that in the summer. But that is the situation that is PAULO right now. Now we have, I believe, 5 games to catch you up on since last episode, so let's not waste any time. Transfer window has since closed. We weren't able to get anybody else in. Nobody else left either, including PAULO, not even on loan. So let's have a look at those games, starting with Burnley in the Premier League. Bogle cross for Fete Arp in the opening minute. Burnley were quickly level, but Bogle was again the provider as Matt Keach put us back in front in first half stoppage time. Bogle got himself on the score sheet early in the second half, and Keach crossed for Arp to get his second, before Panzo crossed for Bogle to get his second as well. This was a good performance and a stunning second half. They did go down to 10 men sort of halfway through the second half, but a Fete Art double, Matt Keach, and Jaden Bogle at the double as well. Really, really happy with this. Another one of these weird ones where I'm not completely sure where the performance came from, but it came, and that's the main thing. Alright, next up, it was Norwich in the Premier League. We fell behind early. Manuel Ferrari had us level at half-time, before Keach picked out Erkinger to seal the points in the second half. So a tight game this one. Norwich are always a difficult team to beat. I think we just about deserved it, but I would say that as Brentford manager, wouldn't I? Fete Arp and Erkinger late on with the goals. We tried a little bit of a weird funky formation with inside forwards and one man up front, and we took off a midfielder and one of the strikers as well. And it worked. You can see Erkinger's nice little run, darting in behind the defender there to get the winner, which was excellent news. You may notice Sidle Webbing goal. Pickford, I think he had a sick or he picked up injury or something, so he wasn't available for this one for a couple of games, actually, I think. So that was Norwich. Very, very tough, but hard-earned 3 points. Next up, local derby at Fulham. Michelotti crossed for Fete Arp to give us the lead after an hour. And then he picked out Jaden Bogle to secure the points. So another game where we were good in the second half. Fete Arp and Jaden Bogle continuing his fantastic form recently. Michelotti was man of the match. Good to see him back in his top form as well. Yeah, we just played well apart from Dan. Dan has been an absolute disgrace. And it's becoming a problem, to be honest. But there we go. But yeah, good 3 points again in the league. Starting to get ourselves back on track here. Now, next up was Europa League football. The first leg against Gent. We were at home for this one. Let's see what sort of position we're in going to Belgium. Jack Scott crossed for Michelotti to put us in front early. And then the same two repeated the trick to double our lead. Before Suisi made it 3-0. So a very, very nice one indeed. We absolutely smashed them. Michelotti with a double, Suisi with a goal. Michelotti had a penalty to try and get the hat-trick. He missed that. We didn't miss it. The keeper saved it. But we're in a very strong position for this second leg, which is excellent. You can see we gave some game time to the likes of Lavery, who hasn't played too much as of yet, but obviously he's a very good player potentially for us. And yeah, we did really, really well. Final game to catch you up on, back in the Premier League, was against Brighton. So yeah, nothing to see here. It was one of those games where either team could have won it. Dan, again, 6.3. We had to take him off. He was horrible. We tried the trick with the inside forwards again. Didn't work on this occasion. And I think both teams will probably say a draw is fair, so we'll go with that. Belakome, our former player, he got man of the match, which was annoying given that he's the opposition goalkeeper now. So you could say based on that, we maybe did just deserve to win. But yeah, it was not a great game. Quick look and quick notice here for a friendly. PAULO really had me honestly different PAULO. PAULO Pedro got the hat-trick. I thought it was the other PAULO, but it was our on-loan winger. We haven't seen too much of him yet, but he went off to MLS and did a really good job on Philadelphia Union there. Now, where were we? Premier League table. Chelsea have fallen away a little bit. Now, it's such a shame we couldn't have got those 3 points against Brighton. That would have put us 4 points back, but as it is, 6 points off top. 5 points safe in the Champions League and all to play for really, but we park the league today and it's European football and then we go to Barnsley. So let's have a look and see what we're doing here against Gent. You can see we are the favourites here. We have beaten them twice. One of those I'm assuming must have been a friendly. You can see the other first leg results here. Porto's got a close one against Storm Graz. Potential surprises though, if we look down here, there was one. Paris Saint-Germain, Munich and City are 0-0, and Leverkusen and Juventus are tight as well. I thought there was an upset result. No, it must have been in the Bala series maybe. Anyway, so let's have a look and see what we're doing here. Now, we don't know too much about them still because I don't have the Belgian league loaded up, but we do have a sort of a match report from last time out, so we can see they went with the 5-3-2 formation. They were very narrow, very compact, and, well, yeah, there was not much to say about them, to be honest. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out. It is Pickford in goal. It's McKenna and Suisi at the back. It's Scott down the right. Vazquez down the left. Madio, Rambleson and Diallo as the midfield trio. Lavery's going to play in the number 10 role with Keach and Dan up top. I think this is a good opportunity to give Siders Webb a game, isn't it? So let's make that change, actually. And so there we go. Let's get out there. All right, so they're going with a 4-4-2 at home. Ideally, I would like to have an extra defender in there if they're playing two up top, but I don't think it particularly matters. Expected to prove a point today. Assertive, boys. We cannot allow complacency to slip into our game here. We want to go out and make sure we win on the night. And a one-away goal should see off any sorts of comeback ideas. You wouldn't want to concede 5 goals in a game against anybody. So, yeah, I mean, as this thing stands, it could go wrong for us, but as I said, one away goal, and that should be that. Let's tell them to get creative, and here we go. Well, there will be the draw for the next round, assuming we do get through. That'll be coming up after this game, actually. I think it's almost the next day in game. So that'll be something to look forward to. There's still obviously some very, it's almost like a Champions League, some of the teams in this competition. There's a good ball to the near post, and Matty Keach gets himself a European goal, his 4th of the season. Not been a great goal-scoring season for him, but he has picked up his form recently. He's been actually in quite good goal-scoring form recently. I think all of those 4 goals have come in the last month or so. He was actually the Premier League's Young Player of the Month last month, so for January. So I mean, he's really stepped up his game, which is good to see because he was a little bit disappointing before that. Now, if we can just get Dan a goal, then we'll be. He's not going to score from here. Ball in though. Goalkeeper's there, claims it, and De Shepper, which is a pretty decent name, gets it forward. We bring that down there with Scott to Madio. What's he going to do for us? The reason that Dan's playing this one as well, we've had to promise him first team football. Though I think he's actually happy with it again now. Similar situation with Mabry, also with Rambleson, though Mabry was match fatigued for this one. So he'll play against Barnsley. There's a good ball for Vazquez. I really am... Oh, Lavery's done well there. Matty Keach has it. He gets for Diallo, and Diallo draws a very decent save from the goalkeeper. What was I going to say? I am liking this formation with the Mazzellas. The problem with it, it's not necessarily with the formation itself, it's that we have Erkinger and there's a decent ball in, it's cleared away though. We have Erkinger and Indedi that are sort of wingers that we can't really fit into this formation. It's a bit of a goalmouth scrambles there, and I don't think there's an assault in there, but there was certainly a lot of boots flying around. And here we go again with Rambleson. Long highlight this one. Madio, Rambleson. Rambleson goes back to Lavery. Madio to Lavery, to Diallo, to Madio. We're pinging it around nicely here. Maybe a little bit of width. There it is there. It's McKenna out there. What is the centre-back doing out there? Anyway, That's pretty much what you'd expect to happen with your centre-back playing left wing. But anyway, cross-field ball, and let's see what becomes of this. Scott should pick that up. I've pretty much resigned myself to the fact that Scott will just be playing in games like this where we're not expecting to be on the back foot. He's a good attacking player, but he's too weak in the air. There's another good ball. Matty Keach can't quite get to it, though. Here we go with McKenna. That's better for Scott. He's got red shirts. Look at the back post. Look at anywhere. Just cross it in. There's players everywhere for us. Diallo has it. Diallo can't quite beat his man. It's still there with Scott. There it is for Matty Keach. Just blocked away. Lavery can't miss, can he? No, he can't in the end. The goalkeeper has got more than a hand to it and probably should have kept it out. But Niall Lavery has his second goal for the club. His fourth of the season. I'm assuming he must have got two of those at Wolves before he moved to us, though, because I'm almost positive that's just a second. It's not a great finish, is it? You've really got to be putting that in a corner, mate, but that's okay. That's okay. Lavery gets himself on the score sheet, which is excellent. Now, we do have Luciano, Urosh on the bench. I'd like to give both of them some game time second half here. Dan, good ball in, and Suisi is it over the bar. He's usually so good on the end of those things. He's also good taking the free kicks, actually, but he's a very, very useful player, Suisi. I was confident he was going to be a good player when we signed him from Monaco all those seasons ago as a 17-year-old, and Diallo again can't keep his shot down. But he is really, really kicking along into a very, very useful centre-back indeed. You could almost play him in midfield, actually. A sort of a defensive midfielder, but he's very much a centre-back for us. Come on, boys. Can we put a bit of pressure on here? It's Rambleton's number 6, isn't it? So that's decent. Oh, you know, one thing I wanted to ask, and let me know in the comments or on the Discord, do you guys sort of look at the numbers to identify players, or is it kind of decent save, Siders Webb? Is it not something that you do? Because I was toying with the idea of this sort of an FM21 idea. It's putting up on the Discord, again, link to the Discord in the description. Sort of like a PDF style file of sort of the squad numbers at the start of the year, so sort of like a spotter's guide for the players. So if that's something that would be useful, it's something I'm contemplating doing for FM21, assuming they have a sort of a similar squad numbers screen like they did on this one. So yeah, if you let me know that, comments, Discord, wherever. And Watio, that's a better save from the keeper. Yeah, and that's something that I can look to do for future seasons. Dan with the corner. Can we get a third goal here? Suisi straight at the goalkeeper again. And, well, their goalkeeper's kind of both playing well and not at the same time. The two goals that he's given, well, certainly the second one, was not fantastic goalkeeping, was it? Boys, very happy with this. Let's keep this going. We will make a couple of changes at halftime. I want to get Luciano on, so let's get him on for Rambleton. And I do want to give Urosh a game, so let's get him on for Diallo, who's looking complacent anyway. I think Urosh as a Mazzella has a little bit of a future. He's coming along nicely. He's not the best physical specimen, but outside of that, he's coming along nicely, so I want to try and give him a chance. And I think that perhaps a Mazzella could be his role. He can cross the ball, but he's also got the passing and creativity as well. So I think that could be the perfect role for him, but obviously, the games like this now are a good opportunity to sort of suss him out. We'll demand a little bit more. And, see where this takes us. Can we win that? We can with Suisi. Scott's there, keeps it in. And here we go, getting forward with Scott. Can he pick out a teammate in the box? Dan should be there. Keats should be in there as well. Lavery, it's there for Matteo. Matteo across for Luciano, and he puts it over the bar. Shooting from midfield hasn't been bad, but we've been a little bit wayward, haven't we? Just need to recalibrate our radars down a couple of feet. Now I think we'd have a couple more goals. It's good to see we've got three of the Patreon guys on the pitch here as well, which is always nice to see. I do like to name the regions after my Patreons, as I said before. So that's link again, Patreon description. I'm starting to sound like a YouTuber, aren't I? Come on, boys. Let's get another goal here, please. Come on. The Barnsley game, I think for that one, I'm going to try and assess sort of the options to get Erkinger and Ndedi into the team, because they're both too good. I mean, Erking is world class, literally world class. They're too good of a players not to be, or just to be using them as subs off the bench if things are going wrong. So we need to try and figure out a way to use them. There's a cross towards Scott at the back post, and as usual, he loses the header. So we've got to try and figure out a way to get particularly Erkinger in the team, who is absolutely phenomenal. Here we go, Dan over a free kick. Dan, again, the radar's just a little bit high. And it looks as though that is going to be is it for the game. But a very, very comfortable away performance, that one. 2-0 in the end. We've played well. Keach and Lavery with the goals, which is nice to see them getting themselves on the score sheet. And we will have to say, you've played well, but don't get complacent. So first leg triumph helps Brentford pass Gent. It was never really in doubt, that one, was it? But guys, wait right there. We have the draw for the second knockout round coming up next. And there are some big teams in this competition. Alright, so here we go with the draw. Second knockout round. 16 teams in the hat. We'll get to see exactly who is in the competition now as the group winners will come back into it. So we have Manchester City, who have knocked out Bayern Munich. So that's interesting. Paris Saint-Germain, Real Sociedad, Porto, Fiorentina, Salzburg, Stade Rennes, I think that's how you pronounce it, Roma, Juventus, Valencia, Monaco, ourselves, Rangers, Hertha Berlin, and Derby County. Well, I mean, it's not quite a Champions League quality draw, but I tell you what, it's not far off, is it? There are some big teams in there, so let's hope we avoid them. Valencia, I think we just about take. They get Roma. If Paris Saint-Germain would take Zenit, no. If Paris Saint-Germain could draw Manchester City, that would be helpful. Let's not be us, please. And it's not us, Sociedad, get them. Porto, we just about take. They get Fiorentina. Brentford, who do we get? We're at home first leg, and we have Glasgow Rangers. Well, that's not the worst. You'd fancy us to be able to beat Rangers, but it certainly could have been better as well. And Juventus will face Hertha Berlin. So there's the draw for the second knockout round. It will be Glasgow Rangers, and we'll be at home for the first leg. So that's going to be exciting, guys. Wait right there. We are coming back for Barnsley in the FA Cup. Okay, welcome back. It's FA Cup time. We're about to face Barnsley. We are the favourites. You would expect us to be, I would imagine. But historically, not a great record against Barnsley. Only beaten them once in 6 games. 2 defeats and 3 draws in there as well. Let's have a look what we're up against here. Slaven Bilic is their manager. Really good manager, isn't he? Maybe not the best coach, but an attacking standard style of play. We can see here, this is this formation we're expecting them to come out in. Now, whether they will or not, time will tell, I suppose. They're a very, very compact side based off of that. Passing network is there. What is that key pass? Anyway, key pass from the goalkeeper to the edge of the penalty area. The other ones are all sort of more in and around the penalty area, or their penalty area. And let's have a look and see what we're doing here. Now, we are looking to get our wide players involved here. I'm worried about Matty Keach. He's in good form up there. So it's Siders Webb in goal. It's Panzo and Soleil at the back. It is McAtee. We haven't seen much of him, but he's a good player. He's injured a lot, but we're going to give him a start here, see how he goes with Vazquez down the left. Matteo, Rambleson and Mabry. We're promised some more first-team football. Mabry just come back from a bit of an injury. He's not really fit, but we'll give him the start, get what we can out of him, and then we'll make a change. I'm actually wondering, I was going to give Jurash some game time, but with Mabry not going to last the game, let's maybe have Lavery on the bench. Yeah, sorry, Jurash, mate, but I think we do need to have... Actually, no, you know what we probably want is Farai. No, let's go with Lavery. So those guys are in midfield. Ndedi and Erkinger as inside forwards. Matty Keach up top, and let's go. Okay, and here we go. We can see the way they're playing, so we're sort of matching up with them defensively, I guess. All right, what do we want to say to this? Go out there, prove a point today. Let's get an assertive, boys. I expect nothing but a win from this game. This is a championship club after all. Some calm, we have faith, and let's get out there. All right, and here we go. FA Cup, 5th round. Are we in now or 4th round? I've lost track. I think it's the 5th round, isn't it? Of course, we had to play Sheffield United twice. It's kind of thrown me off, but I think that was the 3rd, 4th. This is the 5th round. So hopefully we'll put on a good show here, get ourselves back into the quarterfinals. We are, of course, the defending champions, and well, yeah, we need to do well here. You wouldn't say we're destroying them, but we are just about shading it, I'd say. Mabry's looking a little tired there, which we're definitely not going to get the game out of him. So it might be one for Lavery in the second half. Here we go with Vazquez to Keach. What can he do? Goes back for Erkinger. Erkinger on his right foot, gets the cross in. Ndedi loses out. Madio gets there, keeps possession for us. There's a good ball for McAtee. Can he pull one back? It's there, and it's Ndedi, and Ndedi sticks it away. A 5th of the season for Eric Ndedi. Connor McAtee with the assist, and that is very nicely done, boys. On the half hour, first real chance of the game, certainly that we've seen anyway. Madio did so well there to make sure he was first to that ball. Found McAtee, he got his ball in. Ndedi, interesting, looked like he sort of shinned in the volley. And well, it doesn't matter how they go in, as long as they go in, and that is 1-0. Now let's hope we can go on with this a little bit, or at worst case scenario, defend properly. We've got another highlight. It's Vazquez with the throw. Straight to Barnsley. Rambleson picks that up. There's a ball for McAtee. He's got another chance to pull one back. And, oh, how has Mabry missed that? How has Hannibal Mabry missed that? That should be 2-0 and game over. Mabry now stands over a free kick. Chips it in. Rambleson's there, and Rambleson puts it just wide of the post. But there's promising signs there that this is maybe going okay for us. All right, and assertive, we've got to say don't get complacent. McAtee on a booking. It's not ideal, but just don't get a second one for me. Vazquez is not playing particularly well, which isn't ideal either. And we've got Erking up. Yeah, despite us pretty much playing this formation for him, he's not playing well either. So let's take Mabry off. Let's get the new boy Luciano on. So that's him. And we'll get back out there. Fresh legs in midfield. Maybe had his start now. I'm basically just trying to keep him happy at this point. Let's demand more. Matty Keach is looking anxious. He's not playing particularly well either. I'm looking at Vasti on the bench and thinking maybe that's what we need to do up top. We'll give it a get creative. I think we do need to take Keach off. It might be just a few too many games in a row for him as well. Maddie O is looking nervous in there, which isn't ideal because, I mean, we could move Luciano or Rambleson back into that role, I suppose, and bring Lavery on. Let's show some passion here, boys. I mean, it's not been a classic game, but, I mean, we saw a defensive narrow side, and we've got another highlight here, 86th minute. What we don't want is a goal here, so we have to go to extra time. Come on, boys, come on. Putting some good pressure on them. Ball forward. Can we win that? We can. Vazquez does really well there. Vasti has the ball to Madio. He gets it forward. Erkinger's made a fantastic run, and Erkinger can't beat the goalkeeper. That was a really good opportunity to put this tie to bed, and we couldn't take it. Let's give him some praise, see if that helps us at all. We're coming into stoppage time. It's not been a classic game, but I think it is going to be us into the next round. It is. Wonderful stuff. Eric Ndedi's first half goal was all that we needed in the end. We missed some golden opportunities as well. That's a bit of a let-off, boys. So there we go, Brentford secure victory at Oakwell. It wasn't easy, but it never is at a championship club, is it? So that's more money in the bank into the next round of the Cup. And guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We have a run from hell coming up. And we'll be back for most of that. Everton's up next, away from home. They're 6th in the league, and I think they beat us earlier this year, didn't they? Or they certainly gave us a good game if they didn't. Where are we up here? Everton. Yeah, they did beat us, and they beat us quite well at home. So that's going to be tough. But we'll be back next time for Rangers at home in the first leg. Then we're going to host 2nd in the league, Manchester United. Then we'll have Rangers and the next round, the FA Cup as well. Although Liverpool would ideally, that'll get pushed back, won't it? So it'll be another sort of European double there. So it's going to be an interesting couple of games here. Actually, no, you know what we might do? Just so the season doesn't drag out, we might come back for Manchester United in the second leg of Rangers, a little bit like we did this time. So that'll be next episode. It'll be Manchester United at home, Rangers away, and then we'll see where we go from there. Take care.